For children to grow optimally, there is need to take proper care of them by protecting them from illness and injury as they explore the world around them. They also need good medical care, which must be met by parents and government alike. Therefore, early childhood care becomes essential in children development, especially girls. With the help of organizations and multinationals, the care of children has become sacred as they collaborate with government to tackle the diseases head-on. One of such agencies is the United Nations Children Education Fund, UNICEF, which specializes in combating diseases in children across the globe. Recently, the Ogun State Ministry of Information and Strategy, in conjunction with UNICEF Lagos Field Office, gathered youth across the 20 local government areas of the state at Iweroi in Abeokuta to engage them on the introduction of the human papillomavirus vaccines for children under the ages of 9 and 14 years towards preventing cervical cancer. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Information and Strategy, Alhaji Waheed Adesina, says youth are catalysts of change in the society, hence the need for them to be properly briefed on the vaccines.
Youth are the catalysts for change in our society. You, all of us here, the young influencers in Ogun State, are the torch bearers who will illuminate the path towards achieving our goals with these vaccines. Your energy, enthusiasm, and dedication are the driving forces behind positive transformation. And we are counting on your passion to lead the way. The role you play in this endeavor is of paramount importance. You are not merely participants at this event. You are ambassadors and advocates for good health of our youth.
He urged the youth to effectively convey the message to the grassroots for acceptance.
Your mission is to take the valuable information you will receive here today and carry it with you to the grassroots, where you will empower other young minds with the knowledge of HPV vaccines, dispel misconceptions about the vaccines, and propagate their life-saving potentials. Your influence extends far beyond this all, and we trust in your ability to make a difference.
The Social Behavioral Change Specialist, UNICEF Lagos Field Office, Mrs. Aderunke Akinola Akinwole, while ruling out the objectives of the meeting, described youths as change actors.
Going back to your LGAs to carry on the message of the HPV vaccine. And beyond that, we will also be engaging you for action. The truth is we are newly introducing the HPV vaccine, but your role as young people transcends health campaigns, transcends other forms of campaigns, because you remain a vital force in moving your communities forward. For us as UNICEF, we see you not as beneficiaries, but as actors. Tell yourself, I am a change actor. And this is true, because if I pass the mic around to say how many of us have done 1 or 2 or 3 things, even from your uniforms, we already know. So affirm to yourself again, I am a change actor. Saying I'm a change actor does not end with your saying I am a change actor. It involves you taking action in your community. So one of the things we would engage in you today is taking action in your community that moves your community forward. And then we'll be capacitating you with the skills required for you to be able to do it seamlessly, so that when you are engaging, you're not just engaging for the purpose of sharing information, you are engaging for the purpose of making people take positive action.
She explained to the gathering the essence of the vaccines and the probable effects it may have on the body.
Vaccines are medical and biological substances developed to be administered to human bodies to protect against diseases caused by bacteria and virus. The process of vaccination is also known as what? Hey, you are following me. Clap for yourself. Next slide. So how do vaccines work? We need to understand how it works. From our previous teaser, the brain teaser, we are talking about different diseases that can be eradicated or can be curbed by vaccines. So how do they work? When vaccines are introduced into your body produces a level of immunity because it identifies and fights a later exposure to that kind of disease. And most times because a weakened or a dead form or genetically induced form of that kind of disease is already induced into your body. So by the time you are exposed to the disease later in future, your body says, I've recognized you, I know you before, don't worry. But when it is not there before and it comes, what did I say your body will say? Ah, you didn't follow me. What did I say your body will say? They play. Just be playing. Good. So it is usual for our bodies to react mildly. I talked about AAFI and I won't speak continuously about that. Or not, and not at all. Sometimes your body may not even react at all, depending on your body's response to the vaccine. However, these effects are meant to be mild and should be eradicated max between 24 to 48 hours. Your body should be fine. And like I said, if your body is not fine or you are experiencing an extreme form, what should you do? What should you do? Go to their facility or call what? The number on that card. So about human papilloma virus vaccine, these are laboratory tested and certified vaccines developed to protect human beings against cervical cancer. Women, please, not human beings, women, because those women that have the cervix. And like I said, this vaccine also protects against other kinds of cancers, both in men and women, right? But for the purpose of this, we are looking at what? Cervical cancer. So the age of eligibility of girls in Nigeria during the introduction will be from what? Be my lecturer. Will be from which age? And I said it's no longer in September. When will it be now? October. Good. So the vaccines are free, safe, effective against cervical cancer. And I want us to say together, they are free, they are safe, and they are effective. So this vaccine is a multi-age vaccine, newly introduced to the country to target girls between 9 to 14 years during the 5 days of campaign in October. And then subsequently, we'll get it in the facility. But we want you to put a lot of awareness around that 5 days so that we can get more vaccines into the state and be able to reach the most vulnerable and the unreached.
Aderunke rolled out the steps that can be taken by the youths for effective engagement at the grassroots.
How do we become a vaccine champion? In that COVID-19 routine immunization, all the routine immunization vaccine, HPV vaccine, how do we become a vaccine champion? And I'm going to do the A, B, C, D, E, F for the purpose of understanding, clarity, and retention. The first is, accept and acknowledge that the vaccines are safe and effective. You, as an individual who wants to be a champion, you must accept that these vaccines are safe. You must accept that they are effective. Because if you are the people that is part of the people sending fake news, you are not a vaccine champion. If you are still doubting that, you're not a vaccine champion. Because change begins first with what? With you. Change begins first with what? With you. If you want to change other people, you must first change yourself. So you must first accept and acknowledge that these vaccines are safe and they are effective. Second is, you must be an example. Now that you on your own, you have changed yourself. You must now be an example and a voice. What did I say? Be an example and a voice. So how are you going to be an example? Because I know that a lot of us here have passed that age. We know that we have sisters, we have cousins, nieces who are within that age. Am I right? Be an example. Start with your own. Encourage your people to go and get that vaccine. Encourage the child or the parent of that child to give consent to get that vaccine. You are an example. Because they say charity begins at what? So if you cannot convince people around you, it will be difficult for you to convince outsiders that you don't even know. So be an example and a voice. And by a voice, use your social media platforms. How many of you have WhatsApp, at least? Money WhatsApp. You don't have WhatsApp. Everybody has. Everybody, don't play. How many of us have Instagram? Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. Thank you. So which one again? Which one again? So you see, yeah, now we know that we all have our platforms. Because some of you will say, which voice? Where's money? Hello, mommy. We know you. So be a voice. Use your WhatsApp channels. Use your internet platforms to raise awareness about HPV vaccines. Ensure that in a day you put something about the vaccine. Would you want your daughter in future to have cancer? If no, then go get the HPV vaccine. You have become a voice. You know how many people will see that on your status? Don't be those that are sharing messages about ẹ má gbà wọn náà máa fún àwọn obìnrin ní vaccine Don't be part of those people. It's ignorance, and you are no longer ignorant because you have come for this. You are no longer ignorant. So please, are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Build the youth. Fantastic. Be a voice. Get the message to the last girl at the last mile.
The State Health Education Officer, Primary Healthcare Board, Alhaji Waheed Elegbede, spoke extensively on the introduction of HPV vaccine in the state.
This vaccine has been in existence for years, and people have been paying for it to get their children vaccinated. Our SBC specialist has just mentioned that she paid. They are paying minimum of 15,000. It depends on your location. 15, 20, 25, 55 to get this vaccine. Because government has paid and they want us to have it free. We started hearing what? Rumor everywhere. So please, you know COVID, they said we are going to die. Chachikuja. OPV that we are giving our children, they said they will not have children when they started growing up. I think we started late 80s. Yes, late 80s. That was when we started OPV. And I knew majority of us here must have taken OPV. This is called a be careful, including the girls. Am I making sense? So, any rumor that you have seen on anywhere, there are so many flying around. People that are selling this water or selling another brand, and the government is bringing something free that will destroy their own market, so to say. Do you think they will welcome it? So please, let's tell our people, government cannot kill us because they needed us. Okay? If we are not there, government will not be there. So please, our SBC specialists have spoken a lot about the vaccine. The vaccine is safe, free, and effective. Let's mobilize our people to take it.
Prior to the youth engagement, a meeting was held at the Press Center, Governor's Office, where the State Social Mobilization and Technical Committee was relaunched with their roles and responsibilities redefined, with a renewed commitment to save the lives of children, especially girl child. Mrs. Aderunke Akinola Akinwole spelled out the responsibilities of members and agencies of government regarding the program.
We picked based on your mandate. If your mandate has something to do with children or UNICEF activity, we picked you. So this is the composition of the members, and this is just a guide, right? So from the Ministry of Education, do we have anybody here? So when I call your ministry, you just waving and waving back. So the Ministry of Education, very important. Our HPV vaccines, very, very important. The Ministry of Information, don't worry, you don't want to say it. You guys are the balance here. Subeb, do we have from Subeb? Oh, great. Do we have from the Ministry of Health? I'm sure she will still come. Not yet. The Ministry of Economic Planning, that's our coordinating ministry. Saka, good. Ruwasa, I think I saw Ruwasa. Okay. I know you talked about something Ruwasa. The Primary Healthcare Board, I've seen that, the ASHE, the Ministry of Agric, food is important, thank you. Ministry of Women Affairs, fantastic. The Ministry of Youth, oh great. National Orientation Agency, I can see her there. The NPOC, good. Traditional Leaders Network, I've spoken about, you don't need to come, but you just see for one person. The Christian Association, I've seen the Christian Association of Nigeria. The Muslim Association, we expect to be one of the League of Imams here. The Civil Society Organization, I've seen. The Child Protection Network, any of our NGOs working around the Child Protection Network, okay, great. Then the media will see you. Young People's Network, the Youth Council, oh great, okay. So, how do we coordinate? How do we coordinate this SOMTEC? The SOMTEC will be co-chaired by MOI and UNICEF, with the secretariat comprising of program officers from MOI, NOA, and PHCD. So MOI and UNICEF will be co-chairing, and the secretariat will be comprised of program officers from MOI, NOA, and Primary Healthcare Board. Why the choice of this? Because these are the agencies that SBC directly supports, relates with. So for example, WASA, it's by WASH. MPOC is child protection. I will still come give my technical support, but in terms of funding, these are the people we build capacities for them in the areas of social and behavior change and community engagement. So we expect that they bring that level of technical expertise to support this committee.
Giant Strike spoke with some of the youth at the event, and they expressed optimism on the acceptance of the vaccine.
This is a virus that has been affecting so many of our youth, and with reference to a girl child. And so today we thank them. This workshop today is to engage young people, is to enlighten us, is to bring youth of Ogun State on board as critical stakeholders that will go back to their different communities to sensitize, not only that they are aware on themselves as young people and key stakeholder in this project, but as someone who will go back to their different communities to sensitize other young people on the effect of this virus and why they must ensure that they get this vaccine. This is HPV vaccine, as at the time this is launched to the society.
Well, it's a good development because we actually mobilized the youth down here for this program, and it's actually based on the premise to create an awareness, enlightenment on what the cervical cancer and the HPV vaccination is all about. So this is a good step. The program is actually for our young girls between the ages of 9 to 14 years old, and it's actually meant to serve as a preventive mechanism ahead of issues of cervical cancer. So it's a very good development.
This program is a wonderful and a lovely program. In fact, it's a program organized to reach out to the grassroots, as in the local community, on the awareness of this HPV vaccine. And many people, we've lost many people, knowingly or unknowingly, to this disease, this cervical cancer. And with the aid of this program, we'll be able to know, okay, what cervical cancer is all about and how we can go about to prevent it. And by the special grace of God, the organizers are able to reach out to the youth constituency. And with this, we believe they are going to achieve success, great success in eradicating this problem.
It's a very good thing. At least this is the first time they will be bringing such thing to Nigeria. As we've been told that just Oyo State, Ogun State and Lagos have participated in this training. So it's a good thing. What we need to do is just to go out there to our community, to our churches, and enlighten them about the virus, that child from 9 to 14 years, especially girls, that they should just go out. When the vaccine has been brought to Ogun State, they should go out and receive it. There is no side effect. It's very safe and okay for everyone to take.
The vaccine is a very good vaccine because cervical cancer has caused a lot of bad things for us. Cervical cancer has caused a lot of infertility, and homes are broken because of infertility. So if you can employ the youth and employ people to start taking the human papillomavirus vaccine, so to prevent the cervical cancer, so you don't have to prevent infertility, and broken homes will also be prevented because of infertility. So I think it's good when we go to churches, we go to mosques and go to the community to let them know that human papillomavirus vaccine is right here in Ogun State, and we should all take the privilege and the advantage of it, since it's all free and it's also safe and also advisable for all of us to take it. Because if we avoid taking it now, the side effect of us having cervical cancer is very bad and worse. So we just go for the vaccine and prevent the bad it's going to do in the future.
Well, it's a good development. From one set, it's something that educates people, and we also know that this is it focuses on the women, the girl child all around. And this is a program that we need to take home to all our local governments to also educate people more and more.
The care of a girl child is important as they are the mothers of tomorrow. Therefore, all hands must be on deck to protect them from any sickness that can pose a threat to their well-being. With the introduction of the human papilloma vaccines to children in the state, it is evident that the Prince Dapo Abiodun-led administration is really concerned about the well-being of the girl child as future mother and leader. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn, àjọṣe gbogbo wa ni.